Hello again, fellow homesteaders. Now, future son-in-law, the kids call Papa Pete, and two of our youngest grandchildren, Audie and Colt, are going to demonstrate how you test an egg you collect from the chicken coop to see whether it's safe or not to eat. They do pretty well on this on their own as part of their farm chores. It's great to start the kids doing farm chores young, teaches them responsibility. Okay, guys, let's put one egg in the water. It's just a bowl of cold water. You want to use warm, or you do not want to heat the water. Okay, go ahead, Audie. Put an egg in there, and we're careful because it's food. Audie, did the egg float or sink?
Sink.
What does that mean?
Good.
It's good to eat. What if the egg floated?
Bad.
Bad, then we throw it away. It's not safe to eat. What if the egg kind of floated but kind of sunk? What if it's about halfway in the middle standing up? Is it good to eat or not?
Not.
Well, it's good to eat, but doesn't have very long. So if you have any that stand up with the base on the bottom and the more shallow pointy edge standing up, that means it's still good, but not for much longer. Okay, let's try another one. Colt, will you do one? Okay, go ahead. Put it in there carefully. You just lay it in. You can have more than one egg in there at a time. You can take them back out and just let them air dry. Did it sink? What does that mean?
Bad.
No, doesn't mean it's bad. If they sink, it means they're good. And if they float, that means they're bad and you throw them away. Once you expose them to water, you're going to be washing off, at least slightly, the bloom that is left on there by the duck hen or the chicken hen or turkey or guinea, whatever it is type of poultry you're raising. The same test works for all eggs. Once you get them in water, you've washed away some of the bloom. And when you wash away some of the bloom, that is going to make them not stay good as long if you're just keeping them in a cool, dry place, like in a carton in your basement or your garage, or if it's wintertime, just keeping it outdoors. If you do the test, you really only want to do this if you're not sure how old an egg is. And this test can also help you determine if it's possible to still incubate the eggs. If they are sinking, that means it's a very recent egg within the last 1 to maybe 5 days, possibly up to 7 days. So there's a chance you could still incubate it. If you are a survivalist homesteader and you want to continue on with your flock and you want to go ahead and raise some more to increase the size of your flock or to have barter, and then, we've got one that's half and half here. Wait a minute, buddy. Let's zoom in on that one. You see the one right there? Can you point it out, Papa Pete? Right there. It's not sinking, but it's not floating. It has the large part on the bottom almost touching it, but barely floating a little bit with the pointy end up. That means this egg can still be good enough to eat, but you're going to eat it today, tomorrow at the latest, and is definitely too old to incubate. This is a simple test, and it's fine to do to teach the kids about the eggs and to know if an egg is too old to safely eat, but you do not want to do this on a regular basis because it will reduce the longevity of your eggs. Now, guys, these white eggs, are those chicken eggs or duck eggs?
Duck eggs.
Duck eggs.
Hey, that's bad every here.
Well, that one's not bad, but it's getting close. These are all duck eggs. That's why they're so large. They're larger than even a large white egg. Our chickens only lay brown eggs. That's an easy way to tell the difference. Hey, Audie, how can you tell if a duck's a girl? What sound does it make? What sound do boy ducks make, Colt? Yeah. If you're trying to decide if you bought straight run ducks, how many are females and how many are males, you can tell by the drake feather once a duck's a little bit older, but you can also tell by the sound they make. Only female ducks honk. So there we go. There's our lesson so far. Out of all these eggs we collected today, we only have one that's a little bit older, which is surprising. We collected yesterday, but this one must have been tucked away somewhere, and you'll have that. If you can get all your chickens or ducks to lay in their nesting boxes, you are not only very lucky, you are a very rare poultry keeper indeed.